Welcome to Guitar Music Theory Explained, Episode 1, Key. If you understand the concept of key and how it works, it's immediately going to help you understand what you're hearing, what you're playing, and what you're writing. Because here's the deal. Most music that you experience is in a key. From before Bach to Beethoven to the Beatles, all of these composers and songwriters were writing music in a key. So how does this apply to you? Let's say you're jamming with a band or you want to write a song and somebody says, hey, let's write a song in the key of G. Well, what does that mean? Well, what that means is that the note G is going to be the tonal center. It's going to be the home base for that piece. So it's going to move away from G and move back to G. And all the notes in that piece are going to relate to G in some way, with G being the most important. So that brings us to how are you going to know what notes you can use in G major? And that brings us to scale. The scale, the G major scale, is an arrangement of notes that expresses all of the notes in G major. And I'm going to teach you how to figure out the notes of G major. And guess what? You can use this 3-step process that I'm going to give you to figure out any scale, D major, E flat major, B major, it doesn't matter. But we're going to focus on G major. So step number 1, start and end on the tonic note or name note. So if we're in the key of G major, you're going to start and end on G. If we were in E flat major, you'd start and end on E flat and so on. But we're in G major, so we're going to start and end on G. And there's 8 notes. The scale, the G major scale starts on G and goes up 8 notes, ends on G. So let's go ahead and write out the blanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And remember, you're going to start on G and end on G. So simple enough. Step number 1, start and end on G. Now, that brings us to the second step. What do you call the notes? Well, in our system of music, we use the first 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you're going up, you'd go up A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it keeps repeating. And backwards, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. So to help you use the correct note names, you follow the alphabet. That's step number 2. So G starts over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So now we have all the letter names. That brings us to step 3. We want to have the correct pattern of whole and half steps. Now on the guitar, let me show this to you. Here's a diagram of the guitar neck. This is your first string, skinny string, E, B, G, D, A, all the way to the thicker E, your 6th string. So let's take this G right here. 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, 3rd fret on the thick E string, the 6th string. So there's G. Now to go in a scale, we usually go up a scale. You can go back down the scale too, but when you're spelling it out, we work our way up. And a whole step on the guitar is 2 frets up, 1, 2, or you can go 2 frets down, 1, 2. So a whole step up from G would be A, a whole step down from G would be F. A half step is the next fret up or down. A half fret up is G sharp or A flat, and a half step down would be G flat or F sharp. So you have these different spellings, an F sharp, a G sharp or an A flat, or a G flat and F sharp. Well, by not skipping or repeating a letter name and going up the alphabet, we've already solved what the letter name is. Now is it a flat or a sharp? So let me show you the pattern. Here's the pattern. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. I had a student years ago tell me waffle, waffle, house, waffle, 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 house when they were trying to figure it out. And I thought that was such a good way to do it. It stuck with me all these years, so maybe it'll help you. Waffle, waffle, house, waffle, 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 house. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. So now we just need to double check and make sure this is correct. So G to A, is that a whole step? So we can pull out a chart like this and we can look. G up 1, 2 frets to A is a whole step. So we're good. And you can also, instead of going G to A, you can go G up to the open A string. I like using A strings. They have a great reverberation, great sound. So we'll go G up to A. Now, is A to B a whole step? So let's check it out. A up 1, 2 to B. There it is. That's correct. What about B to C? Is that a half step? Remember, a half step is the next fret up. So we're on B. Can you see that there? B up to C. That is a half step. So far, so good. Now C up to D. Is that a whole step? Let's look. C up 1, 2 frets to D. And we can go over to the open D string. 1, 2. So far, so good there. C up to D is a whole step. Now, is D to E a whole step? Well, let's check. We're on D, go up 1, 2. There we go. Now, E up to F, is that a whole step? Now, a whole step is 2 frets, so let's check it. We're on E, E up to F. Uh-oh, that's just 1. So you need to go up 2 for a whole step. E up to F, 1, 2, F sharp. Notice it's not G flat, it's F sharp. See? You can't use G flat, it's F sharp. Quick side note, you might be saying, well, what does it matter if I really spell it wrong, as long as it sounds right? Well, if you were the only one playing the music, sure, whatever goes on in your head, we don't know, you just play the music. But if you're communicating with other musicians, it does matter. Spelling matters, like this. Where and where. What am I gonna wear and where are we going? How I spell something matters. And it does matter in music as well. As a musician, if I'm in the key of G major and I suddenly see G flat to G, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna say, hey, what is this? What does this mean? Because each note means something. Remember, each one of these notes in a key relates to G. And for a musician, G flat to G does not compute. F sharp to G does, because this is the leading tone that leads to G. So remember, spelling does matter when you're writing this out and communicating with other musicians. So we've got the correct spelling. Now, F sharp to G, is that a half step? Let's check it out. F sharp to G. There it is a half step. So that's it. Step 1, start in the tonic. Step 2, just write out the alphabet, don't skip or repeat a letter name. And then step 3, check your waffle, waffle, house, waffle, 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 house, your whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, and adjust with a sharp or flat as necessary. And that's it. That's the 3 steps to spelling out any major scale. All right, we've covered a lot. Now we have all the notes in G major. And you might be thinking, well, that's great if I just want to do individual notes, but what if I want to play chords? Well, how do I know what chords to use in G major? And I want to discuss that, but I think I need to save that for another video. This video is getting pretty long. So here's what I'd like for you to do. First of all, if you've enjoyed this and got a lot of value out of this, would you please like this and share this with a friend of yours that you think really would enjoy this content? And then also, if you're not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and hit the notifications bell, because part 2 is coming out real soon, where I talk about the chords in G major and how we figure that out. I think you're gonna find that really valuable. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications. Well, thank you for your time. God bless. You have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.